Petra.
Hello.
What are you training today?
New program.
No program. Oh, are you excited for it? See, what's your goal with your program?
My goal is to be hot.
To be hot. Wow. To be strong as well. Great. Good. So what are you training today? Are you going to be joining us? Or?
I'm going to be doing my own leg session.
Oh, leg session.
Yeah.
Excited for it?
Nervous.
Oh, no. Do you like leg days? Be honest.
It's a great question. Most of the time, yes.
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 Are you sure about it?
Well, it's probably the toughest day of the week, but the most rewarding.
Oh, nice.
Welcome to the Vitruvian Health Workout with myself, Karl, and Petra. We're here to obviously drink water. Yeah. Stainless steel, way to go, not plastic, get rid of that stuff. So today's PT session is with Petra, taking you through a posture-based workout. So we've got A series, B series, C series, and a D series as a finisher. So check it all out, and if you don't like it, skip to the next exercise. If you do like it, work out through this today. Everything we're gonna do is for 3 sets, so short and punchy. Each exercise or group of exercise should take a max of 10 minutes. If you're taking longer than that, it means that that's an exercise group or routine that you need to be working on. Over time, you'll get better, and then you'll progress by getting faster. Enjoy. Let's do it. Yo! Here to do the posture-based workout. Whilst we're getting started, Petra's already warmed up. In 3, 2, 1, she's gonna jump up. So when you're doing as the trainer, I'm the trainer today, Petra's the client, we're gonna take you through this workout, and we're gonna work together when we do the exercises, rather than make the trainer do all the work. So if you have a PT, work with your trainer, don't make them do all the work. So let's communicate. 3, 2, 1, jump. On 1, jump. 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. So we're going into a scapular pull-up. So what we're doing here is we're going into a passive hang at the bottom. So Petra comes all the way down, and then she's gonna pull all the way up. Squeeze the feet together, and we're gonna do 12 reps. So the scapular pull-up is the progression from the hang series. So Petra's been working on her gymnastics, doing passive hangs, then active hangs, and now she's progressing to scapular pull-ups. If you're wondering, should she do pull-ups next? There's actually 5 more variations she needs to go through before she gets into the pull-up. Good, 4 more. So today we're gonna take you through a postural-based workout with Petra being the lovely model, because she's going to take action today. She could decide. She's decided to do it, which is great. There's no more trying. Good. And drop. Beautiful. Now, the second exercise we're going to do this with is going to work into all the muscles of the pec and the front delt. Now, a lot of the time, with a lot of us working at a desk, our shoulders round forward. Sexy posture. So what we want to do is we're going to strengthen and open these muscles, getting the shoulders back and down. Now notice Petra's first reaction was to just pinch her shoulders back. We actually want the shoulders to go back and down slightly so the arms naturally turn out. That's right, she's going to have a sexy back, so when she walks away from people, it's like, damn. Let's go. So we're going to grab a band. So we're going to hands out wide. So Petra knows most of these exercises. You'll notice feet are together, so she's squeezing her inner thighs, bracing those abs in nice and tight, and perform. When you get to this point, you must lift your shoulders as high as you can. Why? Because we want to get these pecs and delts to open up, and slowly back. So for this one, we're going to do 10 reps with a slow, controlled tempo. Good. That's one. So if you notice you've got that desk posture and you're noticing your shoulders are quite rounded, this is a great exercise for you. Now the reason why we've combined the scapular pull-up and the banded dislocate together is because they complement one another. So I'm a fan with supersets to do agonist-antagonist. So we've got one that's working the lats and the back, and then we've got one that's working the shoulders and the chest. Now, this is popularized from a man called Chris Summers. So he's world-renowned gymnastics coach, or gold medalist. Now he added a lot of resistance training to a lot of his athletes. So yes, you've got all the skill-based work, but he incorporated some resistance training. Now the cool thing about the gymnastics methods is that they're weighted mobility. So there's actually a stretch and a strength element combined. So whilst Petra is lengthening and looking to open up her pecs, if we apply a resistance small enough, we can actually strengthen that range as well. So Petra's at 5 already, having a blast of a time.
Half an hour later.
And this is why, if you find that the workouts take you more than 12 minutes, it could be occurring because you're having to take rests because your body's getting tired, because maybe it is quite tight. So that just means take the rest, that's fine, but each week you should notice that you're not needing as much rest and you're able to go bang, 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 like literally one to the other. Awesome, so we got 2 more with Petra. Now, things to note is your rib cage should stay in nice and tight. So your abs actually have to hold you in place. If you're flaring your ribs, you're actually probably lacking strength through your abs, but you're flaring also because your pecs are looking to shorten themselves still because they're quite tight. So you need to hold this in place, so then you're forcing the shoulder to open up. Great stuff. Now, if you're finding pull-ups or hangs quite hard, you can get some chalk. Rub your hands together to the beat of the music. Now, if you're by yourself and you're in a gym, the thing you can do is drop the pins down so you can place your left foot up. So you can step up, pull yourself up, and then lean into the hang. The only challenge is you're probably going to find that you have to pause for a second or two before you get into that hang position. Let's go. So feet are together. If you're swinging, take your time to stabilize, pull everything in tight, squeeze your feet together now. So this is going to engage your adductors, and we actually need the feet to point slightly down. So just like the passive hang, the abs are in tight and we hold, and now we pull up from the shoulders. Now, pull and pause at the top. Hold, and then down. Typically, you're going to find you're going to want to do this. Up and down, up and down, up and down. But you actually want to challenge your end range at both points. Pause at the top and then pause at the bottom. Yeah. So if we pause here, we'll quickly show you. Flare your ribs out. So ribs push out, legs come back. We actually want to pull this in tight, legs point down, it's nice and strong. So we challenge the lats through full range of movement. 2 more. And drop. Good. Now, favorite thing I like to do is to challenge the band to dislocate is by putting a little weight in between. Now, it'll also give you feedback because if you do it wrong, the weight will drop and it'll hit you in the head. You'll learn pretty quickly not to do that. Yeah, pressure was on there. She's gonna do it, gonna do it, gonna do it. Good. Now check out the side angle here. So we get the ankle, the knee, the hip in line, and then we got the shoulders. So watch what happens when the weight goes behind Petra. So she starts to push herself forward. We need her to pull her abs in tighter and sit back. So by leaning forward, you're looking to adjust the position to make it easier on your shoulders. Bow, bow.
Cheater.
Cheater. Good. Squeeze your quads more. Squeeze your bum. So everything's squeezing nice and tight, everything holding you in place. Slow. Good. Now the most challenging part is here. A lot of the time people want to rush. But here Petra's taking her time. She's going to lift up as high as she can and push forward. Good. So keys are shoulders up as high as you can, back and down, and take the time here. Should be able to maintain that same tempo the whole time. Good. And drop. All right, so for the third set, you're going to be with Petra the entire time. So you understand you've got scapular pull-ups, 12 reps. You're going to come down and do banded dislocates for 10 reps, and it's a controlled tempo both ways. All right. If you're lucky enough to catch Eddie in the club, he might be able to get you a coffee. Woo! Yes, the man of the hour, liquid gold. Thank you, sir. Cheers. Boom.
Get a keep cup next time?
Yeah, get a keep cup next time. So little thing about caffeine is if you're someone who's feeling tired and you want to use it as a pre-workout, actually sipping on it straight away is not going to give you a boost. It takes 20 to 30 minutes to enter into the bloodstream. So I'm going to train after this session. So the thing is, I'm going to have it now, so then when I go to start training, I'm actually going to feel a little more percolated. It's also a vasodilator. That'll help with a little bit of pump in the muscle. Things that you can add is having beet juice with your intra-workout, so that increases muscle pump as well. Yes, beets are good for you. Who would have believed vegetables help? So, third set you're going to do with Petra. I'm going to tune out. I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to work with Petra on this third set. So enjoy. Good. Squeeze your legs together. Good. Squeeze your glutes more in your abs. Up fast. Quick. Hold. Down 2. 1. Up quick. Hold. 2. 1. Quick. Hold. Hold. Pull up higher. Pull up higher. Pull up higher. And drop. Pull in tighter. Good. Push up, 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 up. Slow. Don't worry if you hit me. Shoulders forward more. So push as far forward as you can. Then lift. Good. Pull your shoulders back. Tight, tight, tight. Hold. Slow. Slow. 3, 2, 1. And good. Up. 4, 3. Lift up to the top, top, top. And down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Squeeze your quads more. Glutes. Squeeze your bum more. Thank you. So the key is to squeeze quads, glutes and abs so this all locks in place. Okay? So then it's going to really force your pecs and delts to open up. You're feeling that more through the front of the delt or the pec? Cool. Awesome. Pause here for me for a sec. You're getting it, the bicep or the shoulder? The shoulder. Good. Bring it all the way down. Good. So fun fact, typically females are a little more hypermobile than guys just because they're slightly shallower in the joints. So do be mindful that you start with quite a light weight. We're only doing 1.25 kilos here. We could do 2.5, we could do 5, but because we're looking at strengthening the ligaments, tendons, and really opening up the posture, this takes time. So really do start quite light. Petra's been doing banded dislocates for what, 12 weeks now? And she's now progressing to 1.25. With bodybuilding or resistance training, we go up by 1% at a time. So we go measured by kilos, and that's really how we look at progression and reps. In gymnastics, we look at millimeters and seconds. So Petra's been able to bring her hands from here to there. That's quite a big distance in millimeters. All right, have a 90-second rest, and we'll see you in the B series.
Jesus, I was wondering why she was getting super intense. I'm like, oh, camera's recording. Yeah, I know. That was extra intense. She was like, heels down, heels down.
So welcome to the B series. So the B series is a Superman. This is an eccentric based exercise. So what happens is the arms come up, Petra's going to go up higher. So we're in a 45-degree back extension. So 45 degrees, arms come up, and you control the way down by pushing your bum out. That's known as a hinge. Then you bring the hands in and you pull up. Up, 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 up. There you go. So naturally, there's 4 phases to a movement. There's the down phase, that's known as eccentric. You're naturally stronger there. There's a pause at the bottom. Then there's a concentric where you come up. And then there's the pause at the top. So the down phase is where you're naturally stronger. So what we're doing is we're playing on that element. So we're using a 45-degree back extension, Superman pose. Or, ladies, Wonder Woman. Yay! Good. So this is going to increase the demand of the upper back, lower back, and the posterior, glutes and hammies. So if you're someone who wants to feel quite erect, give this one a go. Now, we've done 8 reps. What we're going to do from this one, so one more. When we've done this, we're then going to superset, because we've just worked the whole backside, we're then going to superset and work the upper back with a seated 30-degree incline row. Awesome. So let's jump up. Now, with this one, we want to give us at least 20 to 30 seconds. That gives you time to walk on over, set yourself up. So with the bench, pin, one circle is 15 degrees, second circle is 30 degrees. Subtle, just subtle. So for the ladies, you're going to want to make sure that you're leaning over the bench. Hop up for a sec. However, if you feel that it's not right for you, what you can do is grab your towel, fold it in half, and you can roll it up and place it in line with your sternum. So then you've got room for obviously the chest. Now, for the guys and ladies, the thing is you don't really want your chest here because it's going to pull you forward. So the A series is looked to bring us up. So you want to make sure your chest is in front. If it feels uncomfortable, put a towel there or just lean over. Let's go. So Petra for us is going to make sure her torso is forward and in front, so then she has more reach with her shoulders. So we lean over. So with the row, we're going to let the shoulders go. Then we're going to pull them back and down, pull the dumbbells to the hips. That gets the squeeze through the upper back and then down. Shoulders back and down, up and squeeze and down. Good. So with the shoulders, it's not just up, it's up and back and then pull. Good, 2 more. So we want to be fast explosive. So set, squeeze, pull. So you notice that Petra pulled with her elbows early. We want to see the shoulders work first. The shoulders pull back and hold, and then elbows fast up, and then down. Drop and rest. Now, if you're doing this exercise and you're feeling good, like Petra is, the question is, could you add weight? Yep. If you say no, then probably don't add weight. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do 1.25 kilos. We're going to give ourselves a thumbs up because we're doing a good job. And we're going to put the weight just in there. And you pinch with the thumb. So your fingers hold like that. Yep. Wow.
I'm going to put everything.
Yep. So again, the same setup is hands to chest, snap up, reach and hold, and the key is to keep your arms in line with your ears. Hands in, up, quick hold, reach and control slowly down, really pushing your bum back. Good. Now, little tricks is chin in when you stay at the top. Now look forward as far as you can. That's to help lengthen out the back. Challenge. Pull your chin in, perch your lips, to help pulling the abs in tighter. So you're not going to hyperextend, you're going to pull in. You can see these abs pull in nice and tight. See, hips lift up and then up, suck in. So she's now nice and straight at a 45-degree angle. Let's go one more time. Hold, reach. Oh, pain face. That's great. No, pick it up, pick it up. The start position is always at the top, people, not at the bottom. Do an extra rep for that one, you cheater. Up, hold, down with control. My God. And hands in, snap, up, hold, thank you. Now drop the weights, very good. Oh, cheater. So again, same setup. So start from the feet. Push the feet into the ground, push your hips into the bench, shoulders pull back. So let's set the shoulders up and pull. Catch and hold and down. Now you'll notice here Petra's not actually touching her rib cage or shoulder here. Shoulders back and pull the dumbbells up to the hips. So that's Petra's range. Elbow and shoulder are in line here. So shoulders back, pull, up and hold, that's fine. Now if the goal was to lift as heavy as possible, we would probably do a single arm row. But we're doing a double, and we're just challenging that upper back because we're here to improve the posture. So you'll find you're probably gonna lift a lighter weight. Now Petra can do 12s, but for this one she's having trouble doing 7s. Why? Because the dumbbell is going backwards. That's increasing the demand on the lat as she pulls it towards the hip. So she's gonna feel more tension through her upper back. Now if you're comparing the first rep with the last rep, let's go, up. She was getting the dumbbells to here, now they're here. So she's shortening the lever to make it easier. And drop. Now, is that because she's cheating or it's because she's fatiguing? Reach your arms as far forward as you can. And up. Snap, good. Just pull the abs in a bit tighter. Good. Reach forward, look forward for me, look forward for me, look forward. And then when you're here, chin in, pull in, and then up. Catch, very good. Reach, 4, 3, 2, yeah, good length, stop there. And in, up. So you're just rounding in the back. Petra's starting to round through her lower back. So we're actually gonna stop her here. She's gonna give me the weights. No, she's gonna hold for another 10 seconds. Feeling that through your lower back? Yep, so if you're feeling it through your lower back, focus on pulling the belly in more. Now, hands on hips. So it is a back extension, so it is gonna work the back. Yeah, rest, rest, rest. So the thing is, a lot of people when they do this exercise, they're like, oh, my back, it hurts. Well, the question to ask is it sharp shooting pain or is it a dull ache? It's a dull ache. Now, how do you know this? Well, how's your back now? It's feeling better. So it's muscular fatigue. The thing is, if you're feeling pain in your back, it's probably because the muscle's working. It's quite dense, so not a lot of blood flow goes to it. So a lot of us associate, oh, it's pain, it's bad. But once you hop off and you're like, oh, it's going away, that's actually muscle fatigue. Now, the lower back, now Petra's hamstrings are the weakest link. So if she starts to fatigue here, her body may compensate and start to use the lower back more to compensate for that. And we noticed that in the last 2 reps where she's starting to round on the back. So that's why we stopped and we got her to hold. Now, she's gonna feel the lower back. That's fine, because we do want a strong lower back. And then we stopped and we're just double checking. Is it still there? Nope, she's standing now, she feels fine. Yeah. Ah, that's so good. Now get back on. Pin, hold, shoulders down, down, and pull. Hold, and down, 3, 2, 1. So it's 2 parts. Shoulders first, then arms, hold, and down, 3, 2, 1. Chest up more, Pull up, 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 5, 4. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. 2, 1, and drop. There you go. So that's the B series. Have a 90 seconds rest, and we'll see you in the C group.
I'm training here in the Hyde Park gym. We are actually starting to do our first training program.
Yeah.
So we're very excited to learn the new activities. My goal is to tone up and to get stronger.
Oh, great. All right, enjoy your training today.
Thank you.
See you.
All right, so we've got the C series. So the C series is just one exercise. It's a bird dog. So we're looking to challenge the midsection, like the midline balance, and also the multifidi. So if you're feeling your lower back on the back extension, it could be that you're having trouble. Maybe there's a lack of strength in your multifidi or lower back or erectors. So with the bird dog, it's actually kind of originated from the bloodhounds in the UK when they used to go for the hunt. When they found their prey, they would point, boom, that's where it is. So that's where the name came from, the bird dog. So what we've got is we're reaching with our arms and our legs, so we're not lifting up because that arches the back, we're lengthening out. Now with Petra, she's sagging a little bit here, so we need her to perch the lips, pull the belly in more, pull the belly in more, and also stop, reach. If we come over here, you'll actually see Petra's shoulder is winging. So this also works on wing scapula. She's going to push up, push up, push up. Now that arm has to help her stabilize. So the challenge is you've got your hand and wrist stabilizing you, you've got the knee and the hip stabilizing you, the abs. So you're really challenging the whole body here. Good, and rest. Now, we saw there's a bit of a challenge there for Petra, so I'll quickly demo this one. So we're actually going to go onto a bench, making it harder. But by being on the bench, you're a little more stacked in your wrists. You're going to lengthen out, and we're going to, so not slump, lengthen, push up, down. So we're going to add a scap push up to this. So pressing it away. I'm still lengthening with my arms, and I'm working scapular movement between my shoulder. And Petra's going to do 5 reps each shoulder, but we're going through a total of 3 reps. So let's go. Yeah. Now, if you find that your hands are slipping, it could be because of the towel. So we're actually going to move the towel over so Petra can grab onto the bench. She has a better grip. So reach and lengthen, and then she's going to challenge your shoulder, push up, down, and up. And if you're wondering if there's a gust of wind in here, obviously there is. So Petra's getting a bit shaky. Good, push up more, up more, good. So really feeling that shoulder, one more. Good, change sides. So this is a really good stability-based exercise. If you can do it.
I can do it!
Good. Good. So notice here that the elbow is straight. If you're noticing you're bending your elbow, you're using your arms to help your shoulder. So make sure you're locked out here, so you're forcing the shoulder to do all the work. Up, 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 up. Good. So you're seeing here, as Petra pushes up, she's twisting. We actually want to keep her level. Very good. Change. So that's 1 rep each side. Yay, 2 more! So these is a postural-based workout, so a lot of these muscles for our posture are working long term. So that means the moment you start standing, these muscles are working constantly. So we need to challenge these muscles with a higher volume of reps. So you're looking at 15 to 20 reps per exercise. That's why in the supersets we did 12 and 12 or 10 and 12, so that makes a total of 20 plus. So that's why we go back and forth. So that creates variation, so you don't get bored of just doing the one thing. It's a little more excitement because you're chopping and changing. So with this one, the only challenge is it's one exercise on its own, so you are going to notice fatigue in this movement pretty quickly. So 3 options that you can do. 1, add an extra set over the next few weeks. 2, increase the repetitions or increase the time under tension. So Petra could be going slower, pausing at the top, pausing at the bottom. But for this one, honestly, I prefer to increase reps or the sets. With your back leg, push back as far as you can. So feel as if your heel is pushing away and your arm is reaching away. So really lengthening yourself out here. The longer you are, the better. You may even grow in a centimetre or 2. Oh! Reach. There you go. See, you got longer. Oh no, you get to rest 60 seconds and do it again. Yay! Yeah, nice try. So for the core finisher, you're going to need 2 pieces of equipment. You're going to need a Romanian chair or a bar and an exercise ball to do the core finisher with.
What? It wasn't me. I'm ready.
Welcome to the core finisher. This is how you perform, how you do the Romanian chair ab knee tuck correctly, and how you do the exercise ball hover with partner. So number one, you get in the Romanian chair. You'll notice with Petra, her shoulders are actually smaller than the machine itself. So you may notice a bit of discomfort in the shoulder. The biggest challenge here is to make sure you're pushing the shoulders down and away. If you're noticing your shoulders are coming up, your upper body is fatigued in comparison to your abs. That's okay. Stop. Over time, this will get stronger. Second thing is, if you are progressing in your hang series, then I would actually recommend you do hanging gar hammers, right? So this is just a modified variation. So to start with, you're going to bring your knees up to 90 degrees. This is where you start. Now, what actually happens is people will swing their legs, so they go all the way down, go down, and they swing up. What that does is that's going to use your hip flexors. We're here to work your abs. That's why it's called a core finisher or an ab series. So we're going to get a foam roller. We're going to squeeze as hard as we can, knees at 90 degrees, and then up as high as you can, back down. That is the rep. That's how you do this. It's quite simple. Knees at 90, all the way up to the chest and down. Now, if you get a giant foam roller, you can hit yourself in the head every time. You're more than welcome to, but this is how you perform this. Now, I prefer the smaller foam roller because I'm not a fan of hitting myself in the head. You? No?
I like the big one.
I like the big one. Like it big. Oh, wow. Now that's on camera. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. All right, exercise ball hover. So we're going into a forearm hover hold, pressing our elbows in on an exercise ball. Now this set is bang, bang, bang. 3 sets. Push the elbows in, shoulders up nice and proud. That's why we did the bird dog before. Belly pulls in and the glutes squeeze. So we've got to actually get the hips to go into a slight anterior tuck. Okay, squeeze your quads and up on your tippy toes. Tippy toes, you cheater. Tippy toes, lean forward more. So see this? By Petra pushing her heels back, she's making it easier for herself. We want to get up onto those toes, challenging the lever. Here you'll see the abdominals have already dropped. We've got to pull these up more, up more, up more. So now we're level. Good. How's that feel?
Great.
Yeah, harder than before. Notice how she's starting to fatigue here. Get this up, push up more, push up, push up. There you go. No, come on, up, 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 up. Come on. All right, no, stay up, stay up, stay up. All right, Petra's only done 2 seconds here. 3, 4, you only count the seconds that are correct. 5, 6, 7, squeeze your glutes please, squeeze your glutes. So starting to arch here, pull this in more, pull this in more. Come on, there we go. All right, so we got 10 seconds rest. So we're gonna work on getting 30. This is why it might take more than 5 minutes. All right, bigger is sometimes better. Petra wants it bigger, so let's give it to her. And for those tuning in, keep your head above your belt. Come on. Talking about foam rollers, people. Ow, ow, ow. And let's go. So the other thing you can do is offset it. So the reason why bigger is better for this one is because you can squeeze your ankles and your knees, getting more engagement through your adductors. That's why I like the short one, because it stops me from hitting in the head. However, the bigger one does make this more challenging for you. So just offset it. See, look at that pain face. Oh, 5 more. Can you do it? Can you do it? Come on, touch my hand. Touch my hand. There you go, 3, 2, slow and controlled. Crappy reps don't count.
But this one is great when you do it on your own.
Yeah, because it's easy to grab.
Yeah.
So if we quickly pan over here to show you, if you get the bigger one, when you set up, Petra's going to keep going, but when you set up on your own, the bigger one makes it easier because you can grab from here, then pull up. If it's quite low, you have to grab it with your ankles and you have to throw it up into your knees. So if you've got a partner, then get the partner to help you. But if you're on your own, this is why the bigger one is better, because it's easier to set up. You can also create more squeeze with your whole thigh, so you feel like you're in more control. Downside is, if it's slightly forward, it is going to hit you in the head. All right, so over to the exercise hover, feet together, you cheat. Make it challenging for yourself. Pull your elbows in, so elbows should be at 90 degrees here. That's where we start. Now to challenge it more, you can push the arms forward, or with your partner, they can hit the ball and challenge you. Now you notice here with Petra, she started to push her heels back. Forward, thank you. Pull your elbows in more. Elbows in, and push up. So it should be nice and straight. Not by arching the hips. Hips should be curled in, belly pulls up. And rest. Good job. Last set. Yay! So let's show you how to set it up on your own. So you can squeeze and grab. Smooth. 2, 1, 2, 1 down. 2, 1, too fast. 2, 1 up, 2, 1 down. 2, 1 up, 2, 1 down. You gotta get both legs up. Both legs up. Okay, 6 reps. The fatigue is real. Come on. You love training abs.
This is why I love it.
Tell everyone, tell us why you love training abs, come on. That one was you. Good, make sure you're pressing the hands down as hard as you can, so you're aiming to get your wrist and elbow in line with each other.
And you can write something.
Yeah, and if you're doing your own, spell your name. Maybe tell me how much you hate this program or how much you hate me. I don't like this.
I wrote Petra.
Petra is tough, but you misspelt it. Rub it out. You gotta rub it out, Petra. Start again. Now respell your name. Not give up. Good, so if there isn't a smile on your face, you haven't done the core finisher right. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Joe.